Yo, I just want to chat with you guys real quick. I just want to like talk about some things. There's a good chance I might not release this, depending how deep I go. I'ma heavily edit this shit, but we'll see how it goes. Um, let's just start with like the little shit. Like, I do have a mixtape that I want to drop, so that will be dropping sometime next month. The name, if I probably won't change. It's gonna be called Ascension. And if you've been following along, like with the story that I've been trying to like convey, I had like the Promised Land, and then Mystic, and then I have Apotheosis. If you like, I don't have Apotheosis out now. It will be out as soon as I can build enough buzz for my like my name and career. I wanted that album to be the tippity top of what like that to be my first like real album breaking into the industry. But Ascension is mostly kind of like just a midpoint. If you think about if you play video games and shit, you can if you think about like Spider-Man PS4, then you have Miles Morales. Miles Morales is not really a sequel, but it's like a midpoint in the game. Oh, a midpoint in the story that they're showing. So I that's the same thing with Ascension here. Um, should have about like 15 tracks or so because I want to try different styles out. I just want to rap, rap, sing, rock music, country, whatever the heck I like think to make like that's what it's gonna be. Like I want to like I branch out a lot of time, especially with R&B. Lately, it's been rap and R&B, but I'm gonna start putting some rock elements into it and just things that I like, to do. That's like the beginner stuff. So also like songs will still be dropping. I mean, there's gonna be I might end up dropping a song a week or a song every 2 weeks like I usually be doing. But know that I do have songs out on I have a song out on Spotify and all platforms. Gloomy Happiness that is out. Go check it out. It's everywhere. Lyric video on my main YouTube channel. Then you have the like official like song channel thing with Inhuman XI. So point is just go check it out. It's a great song. A lot of people like it. Run up the numbers. Run up the numbers, man. Do a brother a favor on that. Now we're gonna get to the deep shit. So, like, man, I sometimes I just be going through my own Instagram page sometimes. Usually, if I'm on Instagram, because I try to be on like TikTok or Instagram. If anything, I'm on YouTube the most. Because I try to stay off of those things. Because I mean, at this point, I guess I'm just kind of tired of like just the fucking world is annoying, society is annoying. So I just and it's always some bullshit every time I pop up on fucking Instagram, and like I'm even like getting tired of like the motivational videos. I'm like getting fed up with like Andrew Tate and Sneaky O's. That's how you say his fucking name. And I'm so tired of all of those like people because I guess I'm just over like hearing them. Um, I don't know. I'm just so I try to stay off Instagram as much as I can, but sometimes I go through my own page and I just look at like some things that I've done before, and it's like, damn, okay, so now we're really like we can actually do shit now. We can actually like pursue dreams and everything. But as much as it's motivational to look at my history, if you go all the way back to I was 14, 13 years old, doing the same shit I'm doing now, just making music, writing, recording myself, mixing myself for the most part. One thing I don't do is produce myself yet. And I know the basics of it. I've made beats. I don't think my beats are just up to the level of like where my rapping is to toot my horn there. But I at the same time feel like a fucking hamster on a wheel, my guy. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I'm just like I feel like I'm just running, and just doing this. I'm just like doing it, and it's like I try to do different shit. Like I try not to do the same shit. Like expect different results. Like I try to branch out, do different things. Make different projects, make different music, and try that out. But I'm also like very reserved. I when it comes to like showing myself on the internet, I'm just kind of reserved on that. Not that I really don't have much to show. It feels like I mean I have very differing opinions and I can talk a lot about the different things, but I don't. That's not really like what I wanted like my career to be. Very like to do that, because my whole point of like being inhuman is to forget about all of that. That's worldly, that's earthly stuff. You know what I mean? Like forget that. Just because those things are going to always be there. Political bullshit is always going to be there. You know what I mean? That shit is never going to change. The people who run this world, they are not going to change. They're only people who will change the world, who can change the world. They're not going to change it because they're winning in it. That's just my way of looking at it. And I feel like what most people should do is try to focus on building some type of, like, not only, of course, like wealth and money, all that's important, but building like some type of happiness for you. So whenever we all perish, you know what I mean, regardless of what's after, that doesn't really matter because you did what you wanted to do here. You know what I mean? You played this game and you did what you wanted to do here. So, you know, and that's what I'm trying to convey for people not to be scared to like chase their dreams. I'm not really trying to be super political when I like do shit. If I do talk about anything, it's definitely in my music. Like I'll definitely mention and talk about that shit there. But I don't really like to like make videos about like Andrew Tate and all that stuff like that. I'm only doing that now because I just want to get some other things off my chest. But yeah, man, but yeah, going back to my last point, like, man, I feel like a hamster on the wheel because, you know, I feel like I'm in the same room. I've been in a while. I make my music. The only thing that has improved significantly is the quality of my music. I can say that with like utmost certainty. Like the quality of my music has definitely went up dramatically, and I'm glad. I'm really happy about that. But what has maybe went down is my care for what people think, and that's a good thing. But in this like game that we play as artists, is like the point that we're trying to like what we're doing is trying to get people's attention. I'm just not good at that. I'm just not good at like, look at me, nigga, like I'm a fucking circus clown. And yes, I use the hard R there because that's what I feel like. I feel like a circus clown at times when I try to do those things. And I'm very like, I just, you know, like I probably make music. I like doing that shit, and I'm very just creative in that way. I have other creative things I like to like. I think about like making, like writing books and, you know, doing like directorial stuff. Like if I had the funds for it, and I might start really branching out and making like songs that visualize, that have like a good like music video for it, that can really visualize what a lot of what I'm saying in my song. Like my song Paranoia, if you listen to that song is great of how I wrote it, and if I make the music video for it, which I will, it's gonna really show you like how in depth I go into things. But again, like at times I'm like, I don't even care for what people think or the whole fame and all of that. I pursue music as a career because that's all I've what I've been doing for the last like I can't even really say just high school, bro. It's been like I've been doing that since I was in middle school, since I was in fucking 5th grade elementary. If you know me, you know that's like true. So, and looking at the state of like the music industry, I'm like, I don't even know if I really want to be in that shit, really. Like, just looking at what actually gets popular, what actually, like, makes people fuck with it, what people really care to listen to. Most people that I go talk to, that if I ask them, like, if it's especially, you know, with a new person, most people don't even listen to words no more. Most people don't even listen to, like, what people are even saying. Niggas just listen to the beat. At this point, producers, we might as well should just be playing like drums, you know, because no one even wants to listen to words anymore. Listen to the stories that I like to like make. Example, Heroes End. Once I drop that, you'll see what I'm talking about as far as like me making stories. So it's like, and maybe at times I feel like maybe my music just isn't going to fit within the world of today or even tomorrow. Maybe I'm still in the 90s, 2000, 2010s the category, and I don't know. I mean, J. Cole has stopped making music. I think Kendrick said this is his last album. I might be wrong about that. So I just question like, and then the biggest like worry for me, or the biggest like struggle, I guess, is it even really worth it? I mean, is any of it really worth it? Like, you know, the nihilism is definitely there. There's two ways you can always look at nihilism. I mean, there's a lot of ways you look at nihilism, but you can look at nihilism about two ways, and usually it's fuck everything and do everything, or fuck everything, do nothing, basically. because it's all meaningless at the end of the day. And I've been lately trying to be more on the side of fuck everything, but do what I want. You know what I mean? Not and to keep working and grinding. But again, at times I just feel like a hamster on a wheel. I'm like, bro, this is a little soul crushing and soul reviving at the same time. Because it's soul crushing when I'm like, fuck, what do I post? I gotta post something today because I want to be consistent. I want y'all to see some shit. I gotta keep you in the eyes of me. And then I'm also like, bro, I just kind of just want to write, nigga. I just want to write, record, drop a song. Y'all niggas listen to it. You don't, and fuck it. You know what I mean? But but at the same time, I'm not trying to play this rat race of the 9 to 5 game. You know what I mean? We work so hard. We work way too hard for us to have the technology that we do. Like, I don't think most people understand that shit. Like, we work so hard as a society to have what we have, like, that could help us. We work way too damn hard. And I hate it. And maybe this is just what the world that we live in, but I hate that, like, I'm supposed to just grind super hard at 18, 19, 20, 21, blah, 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 blah. And then by the time I get 60 years old, I have enough money to finally live free. I don't want to live at 60, my nigga. I don't really want to live now. I'm going to be truthful with you. But, like, if I damn sure don't want to live at 60, though, like, at that point, like, what my bones are broken. I know, like, 60, especially today, is still kind of young, because, most people live to about 80 something now. And, look at the one chick, I called her a chick, but, like, I forgot her name, the Queen of London. I think, not Queen of London, the Queen. She died just recently. And she was like, I think she was like 90 something, close to 100. I'm not really sure. But she was pretty old. You know what I mean? And, people do live longer nowadays, but I just don't want to wait till I'm 60 to live. I want to live now if I'm going to choose to do it. You know what I mean? That's just like, but again, at times I just feel like I'm just running like I want to say, okay, yeah, in circles or in a box, but I feel like I'm just running everywhere. Just so I don't have to play the same like game, trying to find a way out of this maze. Nigga, I feel like Pac-Man, bro. Like, I feel like Pac-Man, but like, maybe it's the ghosts that are trying to eat me. I don't know. That was corny, but that's what I feel like sometimes, though. Like, I'm just running in this maze of the world, and there feels like there is no escape but death, and that's just like the only outing of all of this. I mean, we all look at life like it's a blessing and death as a curse, or it's the end all be all. If you're dead and there ain't nothing, but like, bro, that might be more of a blessing than anything else, but that might just be depression there. But for real, like, I do, like, again, I love making music like that. I love just being creative in that way and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And that's what I just, fuck it, like, that's just what I do. But and I just don't want to sit in like at a corporate job or work as hard as like my father does, and or be on government assistance. But that's just like, but the only way you can really make a living in a way. I don't know. I really don't know. And like this, and it's the urgency as like we have as like 18, 19, 20 year olds like that. We all, for some reason, at least for me, at least, like I feel, but I do think maybe you guys can relate to, like, for some reason feeling like you have to like make and do and get everything today, and if you don't, you fail. That's how I feel, at least. Like, I'm like, damn, I don't want to be 25, 30 years old and then finally, oh yeah, I made it as an artist. Like yeah, dope, I made it, but it's like, damn, it takes that long for me to even get to a even remotely decent point in life. And that's just like, fuck. I want to, if anything, my perfect world or dream or utopia, whatever word you want to use to convey, like, what would make me the happiest is really everybody being on the same page, everybody being happy and being actually connected, not this like virtual prison that we put ourselves in by being on Instagram and TikTok, and everybody is just trying to put on a circus for it. Like, it's annoying, bro. It's like, as I look at it, it's like everybody is just trying to put on some type of circus, and all we do is just scroll, and we waste so much time by doing that. And I'm not saying like all you need to be doing every single day, like on some Andrew Tate shit, work, and it doesn't matter if you're a man. If you're not happy, it doesn't matter because you're a man. You just gotta no. I mean, like, do literally anything else, please. For like, after, if you watched all the way to this point and beyond until I finish this fucking video, like, get off for Instagram, get off of TikTok, go read a book, go touch some grass, play a video game, I think video games are better than social media. You can fight me on that. Go do anything else. Watch a movie. Do anything else. Do some push-ups. I don't care. Go to sleep. Do anything else. Sit there and journal. Then sit here on TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Reels and just have that constantly going through your brain. And then a lot of us think we're smart because but there's so much information being pushed, and none of us a lot of us don't take the time to actually go and like research that shit. And I even say that for myself. I try to go and like make sure, like, kind of double check my sources and shit just to kind of know more. But anyway, I kind of got off at a tangent there. Really, I question at times, is it all really worth it in the end? And I know my friend, my man Chirokage, like, you create your own purpose. You make your own purpose. And I do believe that's true. You know, I do believe that is factual, that you do create your own purpose. And maybe I've been struggling to create that purpose for me. Because I don't really enjoy anything 90% of the time. Like, I feel like it's all void of anything. Unless I'm here making something. I just made a song today. Literally, I just made a song called Devotion. And then my computer, I thought I exported it, I put it in my flash drive, but I forgot that my flash drive was like, kind of like, it was in the red and shit. And I think that when I tried to export it, it like, just like wouldn't do it because there was no more space, but it didn't tell me that. So, and then I have this plugin called UWashOck, and it's a pretty decent plugin. I think it does some good things, at least, you know, mixing wise. But it's for some reason with Cakewalk, it's a little weird. It's not really like, it works, but like if I use too many of them, it'll like croak a little bit. If I'm opening a project with that plugin placed already, so let's say I have a project I already made, and I'm like going back to it, and I have that plugin on there, it'll like kind of make that, you know, error sound. But then if I just click OK, it'll work. But if I have too many of them placed on tracks, it won't open the project. So I think what happened is that when I finally exported it, it was trying to save, you know, because Cakewalk automatically saves, but I think it got just couldn't do it. So then I you know, I'm thinking that my project is already exported, so I'm like, okay, well, I can just close it. Even if I lose the save, it's whatever. I go and look at the it's not even there. But me, I'm just like, fuck it, we'll just record it again. We'll just do it all again, you know, because nothing else I can do, and I like the song. I like what I made. You know, I put a lot of time into it, and it's a good track. But, yeah. And I feel the happiest doing that. But it doesn't last that long. It's like working out. It's like working out. You may enjoy it, but it's not something you can just do forever. You know what I mean? You gotta, like, kind of rest with it. But maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I should just take things as they come. And just take things as they go, but and just live in the moment. Maybe I'm living in the future past too much, but I try to look at the mistakes that humans make in the past, and then I get infuriated when I see that we make the same mistakes now. You know what I mean? Like, I see what we've made and what we've, you know, the accomplishments that we've, you know, as a human race have, you know, done, and we've done amazing things, but then we commit so many atrocities, and then we say that we've learned from them, but we really haven't. But we think we're changed. We think life is better than it is before, but I don't think the older generation thinks, oh, back when I was younger, life was better, and then, you know, we would argue y'all niggas had slavery, or y'all niggas had, like, you know, horrible, like, rights when it came to gay people, whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is, you guys could basically committed crimes, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm like, really, no time was even really good because we're so stubborn on trying to fly that we're willing to just die for just instead of just learning, you know? Anyway, I'm going off a tangent here. You probably have like completely lost. You're probably just, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you completely have been following me to this point here. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm still gonna be consistent. I'm still gonna show up regardless of what fame level I get or not. I am going to keep trying. You know, I damn sure don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I damn sure don't want to, you know, stay a brokey forever on some Andrew Tate type of language. But I also just really want to be happy. I just really want to legitimately just be happy and satisfied. And I don't need a whole lot to do that. But in this world, just to even get the little things that I guess I say I want, which really is just a peace of mind and a piece of, you know, purpose, I guess. I don't know. But it's all meaningless at the end of the day. You just, my words of encouragement for people who feel like me or feel worse than me is that there's only really two options in my eyes. You know, this may sound grim and dark, but this is kind of the mindset that I go with every day, is that it's either death or you keep trying. And death is not really a bad thing. You know, I'm gonna be honest. It's really not. It's maybe, like I said, maybe more of a blessing. But you don't know what you can get. You may get nothing. You know. But if you stick to it through the end, something could come out of it. Even if it's just no regrets when you hit your deathbed. That's still success. If you listen to my song Present is a Present, then, you know, you hear what I'm saying. I teeter-totter on that kind of like thinking as well. I'm not that positive. Like, if you've listened to my song Present is a Present, I'm not that positive at all. But like, I'm gonna be dead ass. But like, I can at least understand it, and if I was making that song mostly to see if, like, fighting off my negative feelings with some positivity, it kind of worked. It kind of didn't. I kind of like making songs more like anger, when I'm actually feeling angry. But hope you guys enjoy the things that I make. Hope you enjoy. If you stayed all the way to 22 minutes and 40 some seconds and counting, I appreciate it. Do me a favor, get off YouTube, Instagram that I post is on. Get off it. If go look at your time shit. Go look at how long you spend on Instagram and all of that, and take that down. Like, I'm only at like an hour and something. I want that at 30 minutes. Like, I'm tired of seeing all of it, bro. You know, like, really go look at the sky and just listen to some music, and vibe. Because for me, the voices are too loud in my head, and I have to do that really to kind of ease the anxiety. But know that I'm gonna keep moving, keep trying, and I'm gonna keep progressing, because I feel like in a way I've progressed a lot. You know what I mean? You know, thinking about where I was mentally wise not too long ago, I'm definitely a lot better, and I'm proud to say that. And like I said, musically, I'm a lot better. I got better equipment. You can't see it, but better equipment. That, the interface right here, the booth right here. I feel good about all that, and I'm working. I got money in it, and that feels good to say those things. But in my soul, I'm like, that still ain't enough. There's something missing. The hole is still there. And I don't know how to change that. I remember watching a Jordan Peterson video, and he was like, what is one thing you can fix about your life? And that you can do it now that you would fix it. And I sat and thought for a minute, and all that really think is just my mindset, but I don't know how to change the worldview that I have. Not that I'm not entirely pessimistic. I can look at the good and bad things, and but logically, if you look at it, they just don't balance. They aren't balanced very. They need both each other You need good and bad for the balance of the world and universe to make sense. But far as the perspective of us humans, think about the worst thing that can happen to you. Think about the best thing that can happen to you, and you probably would be more damaged and affected by the bad thing than you would be affected by the good thing. You know what I mean? Maybe that was maybe it makes sense to you. And I know a lot of you guys can give me a lot of maybe some advice into it, and I appreciate it. Write it thoroughly, say what you want to say. But keep moving, keep grinding. And I'm not just saying that to you, I'm saying it to myself too. There's only two options, my friend. And I'm looking at death. I ain't gonna cap to you. Peace out.